Did you know that your phone is literally cooking your brain, changing the way you think, focus, and even feel? Scientists have compared all of this excessive phone usage to cocaine addiction, and guess what? We're all hooked. But what if I told you I found a way to hack my own brain free? No crazy dopamine detoxes, no going cold turkey, just simple, proven tricks that actually work. And this isn't just another delete social media video, because let's be real, that doesn't work. But instead, I'm going to show you a 4-step process that finally broke my addiction. And well, if nothing works, we'll also get to that. But before that, we do only have a small percentage of you that are subscribed to the channel. So if you enjoy and like this kind of content, I would really recommend hitting that subscribe button. Let's get into it. Imagine if I told you there's a device that you willingly carry around that makes you less focused, less productive, and even less happy. Sounds dramatic, right? But that's exactly what your phone is doing. Let's break down the science. So Harvard researchers have discovered that social media apps are engineered to trigger your brain's reward system, specifically the release of dopamine. Every like, comment, and notification gives you a tiny hit that really keeps you glued to your screen. But here's the crazy part. All of this isn't just random. Tech companies are using the same tactics that casinos use to keep gamblers hooked, and it's called intermittent reinforcement. You don't know when the next reward is coming, so you keep on checking and checking and checking. On average, we tap our phones and swipe through our phones about 2,617 times per day, and that's just for normal users. For heavy users, this might exceed about 5,400 times per day. According to Harmony Healthcare IT, the average American spends over 5 hours a day on their phone. Over a year, that's 75 days lost just to scrolling. Imagine what you could accomplish in that time. Start a side hustle, learn a new skill, or just maybe actually get some sleep. And if you think keeping your phone around isn't a big deal, then think again. Researchers at the University of Texas found that merely having your phone nearby, face down, silent, and untouched reduces your cognitive capacity. Your brain at this point is working subconsciously to just not touch your phone. It's like having an app running in the background that's draining your mental battery, but you're not actively interacting with it. So yeah, this isn't just about wasted time. It's about your mental health, your focus, and your overall happiness. And we're all vaguely aware of these issues, but the problem is that brands are doubling down now to keep us all hooked and addicted, because that's where they make their money from. And let me just show you how deep this rabbit hole really goes. So in recent years, brands have been shifting their marketing strategies to appeal to younger audiences by adopting internet slang, meme culture, and fast-paced, overstimulating content. The goal, of course, to capture the short attention spans in an era of endless scrolling. A perfect example of this is the MPVM Ganga Gurukulam school in India, which released an Instagram reel promoting their school in one of the most brain-rot ways possible. Instead of a traditional school promo, which focuses on academics, facilities, or even achievements of their students, they took a completely different approach as they spoke like a Gen Z TikToker. So let's see in action as to what they did.
Welcome to the goated Ganga Gurukulam. We have got the squad, the energy. We are the OG. The drip chick on the point. The aura is so peaceful, so mindful, and very demure.
Ultimate vibe, so iconic, we slay like no other.
This video is packed with internet slang and trendy buzzwords like aura unmatched, because apparently schools have auras now, squad goals, because friendship is the main selling point of education, built different, implying the school is in its own league, OG, making a centuries-old education system sound like a streetwear brand. It's almost like they plugged their school into a TikTok slang generator and ran with whatever came out of it. And let's be honest, this isn't just one isolated case. More and more brands and even schools and other historical institutions are hopping on this trend, hoping to stay relevant and go viral on social media. But the real question is this effective marketing or just a desperate attempt to pander to Gen Z? Let's break it down. So at first it might seem harmless, right? Just a school trying to be relatable. But the problem is when institutions like schools, banks, and organizations resort to meme-style marketing, it signals a much bigger shift in how information is now being delivered and how entertainment is being prioritized over substance. This kind of marketing thrives on short attention spans the same way TikTok and Instagram Reels do. And remember the studies that we talked about earlier? Frequent exposure to fast, attention-grabbing content weakens focus and deep thinking, and our brains become wired for instant dopamine hits, making longer and more meaningful content boring. So when a school, a place meant for deep learning, relies on buzzwords and trends chasing instead of showing actual education quality, it's just reinforcing the same dopamine-driven consumption cycle that's already messing with our ability to focus. And if our education system is adapting to this brain rot, what does it say about the future of learning? And unfortunately for us, schools are not the only place this is happening right now. This is a recent ad from Walmart.
Taylin, that fit slays.
Kat, can I tell you a secret?
We don't say slay, we say you ate.
You ate. Cool. What else you got? Maximum oral.
And this isn't just about marketing, it's about how all of this is rewiring your brain. At this point, you might be thinking, yeah, we all know that excessive phone usage is bad. And you're right, this is a saying we've all heard before, especially from our parents. But let's be real, knowing something is bad doesn't necessarily stop us from doing it. The real problem isn't just the time that we spend on our phone, it's what that time is doing to the way we think. And here's the worst part of all of these effects that we previously talked about, like a short attention span, dopamine maxing, weakening working memory, and more, all of these don't stop when you put your phone down. Studies show that excessive short-form content consumption literally rewires your entire brain, making it harder to focus even when you're doing something completely unrelated to your phone. So yeah, we know that phone addiction is bad, but the real question is, what can we do about it? So let's fix this. All right, so we know that excessive phone usage is rewiring our brains in all of the wrong ways, but how do we actually break free? The truth is, you can't just wake up one day and decide to stop because your brain is literally hooked. You need a system and something that really works with your psychology instead of against it. So here's the plan, and if one method doesn't work, you move on to the next. So I've created a gaming system for myself when it comes to managing my time on my phone. I've created a system that combines punishment and guilt to keep myself in check, and here's how it works. Every time my screen time goes up for non-work related apps in any 24-hour period, I punish myself by completing 30 minutes of running. Now I absolutely hate cardio, and the thought of running is enough to just make me want to keep my screen time in check. It sounds harsh, but the guilt of not doing it and the effort involved in running is a great deterrent. There's no external pressure to do it, and I'm the one who holds myself accountable, and I'm totally okay with that. The trick here is simple. I don't have a reward system for keeping my phone time low. The reward is just that I don't have to run. The guilt is, however, a pretty strong motivator for me to stick to my limits. Of course, work-related apps like Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok are an exempt for me since I use them for content creation. But if you're not a content creator, this could be an excellent way to make yourself actually aware of how much time you're spending on your phone. You could also adjust it to fit your own lifestyle, whether that means doing something you hate or maybe an activity that helps you grow, like reading or meditating, in place of excessive phone usage. But if this still doesn't work, then you move to step 2. So if you're still glued to your phone, the issue isn't just your habit. It's that your phone is also way too stimulating. The solution, make your phone as dull and as inconvenient as possible. And here's how to do it. So turn your screen black and white because studies show that colors trigger dopamine. So switching your phone to grayscale mode, Instagram will look a lot less exciting. Delete all the addicting apps. No TikTok, no problem. But if you really need it, make it annoying to access. Sign out after every single use. Move tempting apps off of your home screen. So bury them in a folder named, "Do you really need this?" Disable your notifications so your brain craves random dopamine hits. Kill the notifications and you break that loop. Use a dumb phone for a day. So for 24 hours, try use an hour flip phone challenge. You'll be surprised at how much better you feel. Still not working? No worries. Let's switch things up completely and move to step 3. The goal here isn't just to quit your phone. It's to replace it with something better. Because your brain still wants stimulation, the only thing you need to do is instead of fighting it, you need to redirect it. So swap bad habits for good ones. Instead of scrolling, read a book. Your brain still gets a story, and now it's strengthening your focus, vocabulary, and even writing and speaking skills. Watch long-form content instead of TikTok, because your attention span will thank you. For example, watch this video till the very end. Instead of texting all day, call someone. It's more engaging and way better for real relationships. Instead of consuming, start creating. Write, draw, start a hobby. Give your brain a new source of dopamine and something exciting to do other than just scrolling. But if none of these work, it's time for the ultimate fix. Well, at the end of the day, no trick or hack can really replace self-control. Willpower is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it gets. And the best part, building discipline will improve your life everywhere. And this is something that I've learned since the beginning of my 4th year of university during a time that I felt completely alone. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, you can click on this video to find out. But you should train your willpower with delayed gratification, where every time you want to check your phone, you wait 5 minutes, then 10, then 15. Daily phone fasts. Pick a time where your phone is completely off limits in one particular day. No exceptions. Challenge yourself. Try a 30-day social media detox and document all of the results. Meditation and mindfulness. This literally rewires your brain to focus better. And if this doesn't work for you, my friend, then you might just be cooked. I'm just joking. The truth is, there's no shortcut to discipline, but once you build it, everything in life will get a lot easier. If you made it this far, congrats! You've already proven that you can focus a lot longer than most of the other people. If you found this helpful, hit like so YouTube knows that this isn't just another brain rot video. And if you want more ways to level up, subscribe because I have some more insane and interesting videos coming out soon. Now, put your phone down and go live your life right after you watch one of these videos.